All right, folks, listen, this is a live stream, and in this video, I'm gonna again prove to you that because in 1977, when Elvis died, he died on August 16th, 1977. That same year, in horse racing, which is known as the sport of kings, okay, and Elvis was known as the king, and Seattle's in King County. And for the people who don't know my predictions, if you're new to the channel, I have two predictions that on June 11th, there's going to be a spectacular event in the state of Washington that could affect the whole state, okay? But ground zero is probably going to be Seattle or King County, all right? Because Seattle's in King County. And but it's going to affect all of the northwest side. So anything near the water and west side, north in Washington State, you have to get out of all of Washington State. Okay, that's just the bottom line. All right. Now, so that's my prediction for June 11th. Now, my other prediction is that Trump gets his head wound on August 4th. Okay, in Ohio, Trump gets his head wound on Obama's birthday. Trump gets the head wound on August 4th, okay, in Ohio. So those are my two predictions. So why is Trump and Elvis connected? Because see, Elvis had an identical twin that died at birth or was sacrificed. So what happens is Trump is the replacement twin, okay? Elvis needed Trump to be the Antichrist in the flesh. That way the real Antichrist, Elvis, will be worshipped through the worship of Trump. Okay? And in a backhanded way, they will be worshiping Elvis also. Okay, with the way the mark will come out and stuff, because it'll be connected to Elvis, either his image or his name or the number of his name. And if you watch my videos, then you know um uh, how I've explained how Elvis is the one. All right. Anyway, so that's why I'm saying Elvis and Trump have a connection there. Okay, and Obama is the third wheel to this charade. Okay, because they needed Obama to make sure that they have the left right paradigm intact. They needed the people with color and the alphabet people to be a part of this monstrous charade that's going to take place. And you know that Elvis died at the age of 42. Washington's the 42nd state. And, Trump has the 45 connection. And because he was the 45th president, right? And so the first thing I want to show you is that, because, Elvis, he was born on the eighth day of the year. And I keep telling you guys that he needs the nine, right? And so check this out. So remember, Elvis died in 1977. I'll get to the what I was talking about, the horse racing thing, in a minute. So 42 times 45, because Elvis died at 42. Washington is the 42nd state. Trump is the 45th president, right? 42 times 45 is 1,890. If you do 42 plus 45 is 87. It equals 1977, and that's when Elvis died. Okay. And remember, I told you Elvis needs the nine. He was born on the 1/8. So you have the nine, you have the O for a crown, the zero. And Elvis turned 45 years dead in 2022. His 45-year death anniversary was in 2022, which is the year he was 87. So he was 87 years old in 2022. And on that day, on the 45-year death anniversary of Elvis, when he was 87 years old, he would have been if he was alive. In 2022, on his death anniversary, his 45-year death anniversary, from that day to June 11th this year is 666 days. So on that day the fuse was lit. Okay? So you have the 1977 connection, and I told you he turned 87 in 2022. And that was his 45-year death anniversary. Okay? And Elvis died at the age of 42. And I told you 45 years later, he turned 87 in 2022. And on his death anniversary, the 45-year death anniversary, that's the day the fuse was lit. And then you go to June 11th, is 666 days from his 45-year death anniversary, okay? So that was the day the fuse was lit, and it connected to the 1977. That is my point, okay? Now, okay? That was just me laying some groundwork while people were getting into the chat, because the real information is coming right now, okay? Oh, and in the year Elvis died in 1977, there was a horse in horse racing that won the most prestigious event that you could win in horse racing. It's called the Triple Crown. It's the biggest and most important thing in the horse racing that you can win. And horse racing is a sport of kings, like I said. And Elvis is known as the King. Seattle's in King County in Washington State, right? And who was the horse that won the Triple Crown the year Elvis died? The horse's name was Seattle Slew. Slew means to violently kill, okay? Slew is the past tense of the word slay, okay? Because they're going to slay Seattle. And, you know, even in the Bible, when Cain slewed Abel, it says. Cain slewed Abel, okay? Now, so let's get to the information, okay? Now, folks, pay attention. In this video, I'm going to explain to you why that 1977 is so important and the number 77 in itself, okay? By the way, I've shown the videos. I'm not going to get into that here, but the number 77, the word Christ equals 77, okay? And the words the Antichrist equals 154, which is the 277s. 2 times 77 is 154. So that means the second Christ would be the Antichrist. Okay? That's why the Antichrist equals 154. It's double the word Christ. Because there's only one Christ, and that's Jesus. So 2 Christs would be the Antichrist. And that's why the Antichrist equals 154 and Christ equals 77. Anyway, so that's why Elvis had to die in 77, okay? Now that you know the Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown the same year Elvis died, right? So let's start, okay? So Elvis died in 8/16/77. Seattle Slew wins the Triple Crown on 6/11/77. And that's the day I'm telling you this, that Washington State is going to be struck, okay? Now, because the 77 is so important, the 77th prime is 389. And why am I showing this? Okay, first of all, you know that Elvis needs you know, I told you he was born on the 8th day and he needs the 9. Okay? Pay attention. So we're in the year 2024. If you take out the 0, because the 0 is like, it could be nothing or it can mean a crown, like I told you. Okay, so remember the 77th prime was 389, what I just showed you, because Elvis died in 77, right? And Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown in 77. The prime numbers, the second prime number is 3, the 24th prime number is 89. So there's your 389, okay? And I just told you that the 77th prime is 389, right? And you have the 3 and the 89 in the 224, the 2024, get it? You take out the 0. And I told you that the 3 looks like the letters, it looks like the letter E, or it can be the number 3, or it can be an M, whatever, but it's really a crown. If you turn it sideways, it's a crown, okay, the 3. And so you're putting a crown on the 8/9. That's what that is. I told you, and Elvis turned 89 in the year 2024. 2024, Elvis turned 89 this year, okay? So that's what you're seeing here with the 389, and that's why Elvis died in 77, and why Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown in 77, and you have the 389, and I just told you that Christ equals 77, and if you have 2 77s, you get 154, which is the Antichrist number. The Antichrist equals 154, okay? That's why you had to have 2 events in there, you know. Okay, now, so that's nothing so far. That's just me laying some groundwork, all right? Now look, so Seattle Slew wins the Triple Crown on 6/11/77, the same year Elvis died, right? Elvis died on 8/16/77. So Seattle Saloon is the Triple Crown on 6/11/77. The 77th prime is 389. Do you know that it, and remember, he won the Triple Crown. Look at that. 000. There's 3 crowns, right? So if you were to minus 389 from 1,000, you get 611. So that means that it's literally the date is the number. Like 6/11/77 is in itself connected, with the prime numbers and everything. Do you understand what I'm saying? Are you getting what I'm showing here? I just want to make sure you guys understand. Is there anyone who didn't understand what I just showed right there? It gets better, okay? But that in itself is amazing, okay? Now, Seattle, it just put out a new area code like the last couple of years. It has a new area code, and I've done this videos already on this subject. So Seattle, originally, its first area code was 206, all right? And the 206 in itself is an important number because the word God equals 26. And so it's basically the word God with a crown, 206 or 260, right? And look, I don't want to get into all that, but so they put a new area code. And I'm going to show you why this is important. They put an area code called, where is it? Oh, let me just show you this. So the new area code for Seattle, it was 206. They put a 564. All right, 206 and 564 equals 770. See, look at that. It's a 77 with a crown. I mean, like, what is it? Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? What is the chance? Because the Elvis died in 77 and Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown in 77. Like, you know what I mean? What is the chance that the new area code would connect to the 77 with a crown, when you add them up, right? And like I said, it's going to get better, the video. Just let me throw some stuff at you while you're, grasping this for a moment. So if you were to write into the gematria calculator, Seattle with a crown, putting a crown on Elvis Aaron Presley, his full name, 564 206, because that's the area code, 206 564, and Elvis Aaron Presley with a crown in Seattle, it equals 770. Look at that, 770. That's what 564 and 206 equals, the area codes for Seattle. And look, it's even got the Antichrist number, 154 with a crown, you see? But do you see what I'm saying? Are you guys not getting that? Because the Seattle area codes is 206564 and it equals 770. And I put Elvis Aaron Presley with a crown, Seattle, 564 206, it equals 770. Okay. Now, and listen to this. This is just another great coincidence. When I first revealed that Elvis was the Antichrist, it was on September 3rd, 2019. So I said to myself, let me put, by the way, the amount of days in between that is an incredible equation, which has to do with exactly what the numbers are of June 11, 2024 right now, and the amount of days in between. It's connected to the word kill. I'm not going to show that right now. Maybe at the end of the video if I remember. But look at this. So on September 3rd, 2019 is when I revealed it. Look what I did. So I put September 3rd, 2019 and June 11, 2024. It equals 770. And that was the day I revealed that Elvis was the Antichrist. Like, what's the chance of that? I put that into the gematria calculator and equals 770. All right. Now, like I said, it gets better. Here's some interesting things here. So the Seattle area codes, I told you it equaled 770, the total. The 770th prime is 5857. The 770th prime number is 5857. In between Obama's birthday in 1961 to Elvis's death date is 5857 days. From the day Obama was born to the day Elvis died. And look at the numbers of 8/4 and 8/16, the birth date and the death date of Elvis, the birth date of Obama. It's 1620 if you add it up. Or you could say it backwards, the date, it would be 2016. And that's Elvis and Jesse, the twins. They were both born on 1/8 because Jesse was sacrificed at birth. So you have 1818 or 8181. If you say the date backwards, that's the dates of June 11th and August 4th. August 4th is the 216th day of the year. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year on a regular year, not a leap year. And those are my two prediction dates. August 4th is Trump's head one. June 11th is the Washington State event. And remember, he was born on a non-leap year, and that's why the leap year connection has to go. It's like getting rid of the twin, all right? And that's why it has to happen on a leap year. What am I showing here? So, hold on. Okay, now, remember I told you Seattle's area codes are 206 and 564, which equals 770, right? Look at this. So if you took the prime numbers for 206 and 564, this would be the total, 5370. But if you added the 770 to the 5370, you get 614 with a crown. That's Trump's birthday, 614 with a crown. You see that? If you take, all the numbers, both sides, and add it together here. Are you getting that? 614 with a crown. That's Trump's birthday, right? And hold on. And Seattle's new area code, like I said, is 564. If you separated the numbers kind of, 56 times 4 is 224, and we're in the year 224, okay? And I told you, Elvis has the EL in his name, just like Seattle has the EL. The anagram for Seattle is EL State, right? Which EL means God in Hebrew. And Elvis has the EL, and I've explained what the VIS is. If you watch my 666 videos, go watch it. So EL, this is what it equals in gematria. Look at these forward numbers, 17 and 8. It just so happens 56 months and 4 days. There's that 564 number with the area code. Is 1,708 days. See, it's the 17 and the 8. And it's 4 years, 8 months, 4 days. There's that 84 number with Trump's head one. But see, it's even 56 months, 4 days is connected to the EL, which Elvis is the EL, right? He thinks he's God, right? And 564 days, because I told you Elvis was born on 1/8, and he had a twin born on 1/8. So there was two of them born that day. 564 days on certain years. It depends on which year you end with, because it could be 1 year, 6 months, 17 days, or 1 year, 6 months, 18 days. And 1 year and 6 months is 18 months. That's why you have either 18 months, 18 days, or 18 months, 17 days. 564, that's a Seattle's new area code. You understand? And that's Elvis and Jesse, the twins. It's all about getting rid of the twin. I told you. See what I mean? 564 is that new Seattle area code. And Elvis's name, it equals 67, and his reverse name, Elvis's backwards numbers for the word Elvis, equals 68. So Elvis equals 67 forward, 68 backwards. Look at this. 564 years is equivalent to 6,768 months. See what I mean? Even the 564 connects to the 6768, which is Elvis's name. 67, 68, backwards. And I told you, look, Elvis, his forward numbers, it ends with 89, 89. And I've shown this to you guys. I'm not going to go into all that, but I showed you that that if you were to, because that's all about the Triple Crown. If you were to minus 89 from 1,000, minus, it's 911. You see what I mean? So Elvis turned 89 this year. You know what I'm saying? And I told you that Elvis needs the 9, right? He was born on 1/8, but he needs the 9, and you have the Triple Crowns, 911. You see? All right. And here's just, like I say, it's going to get better. I'm just showing you some miscellaneous stuff till I show you the best part last, right? So remember I told you that the 3 represents a crown. That's why George W., the W, Bush, you get it? He was the 9/11 president. And the 3 looks like a W, you see what I mean? And, or a trident, the trident, Poseidon, you understand? He was the god of the water, the horses, earthquakes, whatever the heck. 409, 904, that's my birthday actually, 904, September 4th. But the 564th prime is 4093. Elvis's social security, his Tupelo, Mississippi area code where he was born, 409 was the area code. I mean, 409 was his social security number. It started with 409. So that's the crown on the 409, see? 564. That's Seattle's new area code that got put up just like a year or 2 ago. And look at this, Seattle's new area code, again, 564 minutes is 9.4 hours. That's my birthday again, 9.4, 9.4. And again, you got to ask yourself, what is the chances of all this stuff? Watch. So from Elvis's birthday to 6/11, on a regular year, if you don't add the dates, 154 days, which is the Antichrist number, then 155 when you add the day on a regular year. Then on a leap year, it's 155 days. If you don't add the day, 156 days. If you add the day. So this year, this equation is the one that goes. This equation, 154, 155, is the one that stays because it's going to happen on a leap year. But look at the number, 465. It equals these 3 because that's what hits. From January 8th, Elvis' birthday, to 6/11, those are the 3 numbers that hit to this date, from this date, 465. And why is 465 so important? Because 465 is the backwards of 564. Look, 564 is 465 backwards, 465. I mean, you see what I'm saying? Now, what is the chance of that? I'm just asking, what is the chance? Right? Hold on. Now, you know that Seattle's in Washington, right? Washington, the word Washington equals 130. If you just add up every letter to what it is in the alphabet, numerically, it would equal 130. The word Washington, okay? Now watch this. You remember I just showed you the connection with the 465 being the 564 backwards? And Washington equals 130. If you add up all the numbers between 1 and 30, because 130, get it? 130. 1 through 30, it equals 465. See that? And Washington equals 130. 1 through 30, 465. That's the 564 backwards, right? The area code. And is it just a coincidence that my birthday is 9/4 and my reverse birthday is 4/28? That's what my reverse birthday would be, because I was born on the 247th day, but it was a leap year. It was 248, but it was 247th day normally, and the 118 days would remain, makes 1 year. So that would be my reverse date, right? Now look at this. Between my reverse date and my birthday, 9/4, is 130 days. Again, connecting to me again. I told you. Everything is connected to my birthday, the 9495 connection, which connects, of course, to the MLK death, which connects to Elvis too, and to Seattle. But I'm not going to get into that right now. So Washington equals 130. The 130th day of the year is 510. 510 to 611 is 33 days. 33 days is 9.04. There's my birthday again, connecting to all of that. You see what I'm saying? And is it just a coincidence that the numbers 7, because we're talking about 77, 7 equals 130? And that's Washington equals 130, right? Elvis died in 77. 7 equals 130. 77, if you wrote out 77, it equals 175, then reduces 49, then 224. And I could show you what all this means, but I'm not going to get into that. I was just showing you that it has a 224 connection. But folks, it gets better. I'm just basically throwing the whole kitchen sink at you here. You know, Washington equals 130. 130 minutes is 2.167. That's August 4th, the day Trump gets his head wound. 216, 217th day of the year. 216, 217. Get it? Connecting to Washington again. And anyway, that doesn't matter. So remember, I showed you this earlier, right? That Elvis died in 77. Seattle slew on the Triple Crown in 77. And the 77th prime was 389. And if you minus 389 from 1,000, you get 611. So it's all connected to the 611.77. You know, right? I showed you that earlier, right? Now we're gonna get to the meat in the bone. Is that what it's called? The meat in the bone. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Now we're gonna get to the main point of this video. So when Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown the year Elvis died, he won it on June 11th, 1977. And you know, I just told you that they have the new area code, right, in Seattle. That's 564. Now, why do you think they did this? Like, look how obvious this is, folks. So, look at this. Seattle Slew wins the Triple Crown, 6/11, 1977. This is the amount of days, right? To this year, 6/11. Look at the amount of months. It's 564 months, or 70 or 47 years. 564. There's that Seattle area code. 564. And that's how many months it is in between 6/11 and this year, 6/11, from the day Seattle Slew won. So you have 564 months is exactly up to that day. Not including the day, but up to it. You understand? 47 years or 564 months. Seattle Slew's area code, 564. Okay? I mean, Seattle's new area code is 564. And is it just a coincidence that 564 plus 47 equals 611? I mean, you see how perfect that is? Do you understand what I'm showing you now? So from 6/11, 1977 to 6/11 this year is 564 months or 47 years, the calculation, whichever one you want to use. It equals 6/11. 564 plus 47 equals 6/11, right? Hold on. Let me get to this. Hold on. Yeah, you know what it is? I'm just exhausted, folks, and that's why I'm not doing this video very enthusiastically. Okay. Now, so, you know, watch this. And again, I'm just asking you, what are the coincidences of all that, right? So look at these three numbers right here, 564, 47, and remember the total is 611. Let's take all three of these numbers and put it into the gematria calculator. Let's see what we get. Look, 564, 47, 611 equals 611. If you just add up every letter to what it is in the alphabet, F being the sixth letter of the alphabet, I being the ninth letter, and so on. You just take every letter, that's how much it's going to equal, 611. I mean, what? Well, like, what is the chance? You know what I mean? That it's going to equal 611. Not like this. This is the total from the year. I'm talking about at the very top number. Like, you know what I mean when I say the top number? Um, like, you know what I mean? That's exactly what it equals. Not getting a total from this to this to this. I'm talking about just like right here. This would be the top number, 611 right here. Yeah, it's exactly the number. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, now speaking of the Antichrist, remember the Antichrist equals 154. Is it just a coincidence that the Seattle's new area code 564, 564 days is 154%? 154, and it's a decimal, and then it's got a few numbers like something. I can't remember what the other number was, but it's 154, then point something percent. Okay, there you go again, connecting the new area code to the Antichrist. Okay, and of course I told you that even from Elvis's birthday to 611 on a regular year, if you don't add the dates, 154 days. So I'm just saying that there is a connection even from Elvis's birthday to 611 to the 154, the Antichrist number. And look at this, from the actual birth date of Elvis to the actual date that Seattle slew on the Triple Crown, the same year Elvis died, look at that. Look at the amount of days, 15496. And what is the 96? See, the letter O is the 15th letter of the alphabet. And the 9 and 6 goes inside of it. The yin yang, the twins are inside the 6, 9. 6 plus 9 is 15. So 96 is the crown. Okay? And 154 is the Antichrist. 154 with the crown. That's what that means. Elvis's birthday, the day he's born, to the day Seattle slew on the Triple Crown. All right? Now, you know that that the number 36 has to do with the 666. Not only is 3 6s 666, but if you were to add every number between 1 and 36, you get 666, right? And that if you were to take Seattle's area code, the older one, the 206, and the Antichrist number 154, you get 360. And you know that in Washington State, there's a 360 area code, and that's Elvis's head. Elvis's head is the 360 area code over there. For the people who've never seen that, just real quick, let me show that. Let me see if I can find it here. I gotta show that. Because there's a few. I'm sure there's a few new people in the chat, so that's why I want to show that. So right here, see, this is like King County area, Seattle, and this is Elvis's head right here. See it? This is his hair. This is the back of the head right here. This is the neck. This is the chin. This is the front of the face, and this is the top of his hair. You see, and that's Elvis's side profile. See how his hair goes way up right there. That's what you're seeing right there. So that's why this whole area right here is the 360 area code also. All right. Because see, that's what I'm saying. I think that it's going to affect more than just that area. It's probably going to affect, everything to the left of Seattle too. I wouldn't be surprised if the needle is the only thing left of that place. And that's why they're going to make that the center point. Like literally everything around the Space Needles, like the Space Needle stays up and everything around it is gone. And, we can only pray that none of this happens. Anyway, all right. So remember I showed you that 564 is the new area code, and that's how many days and months. It was 564 months, and then 47 years equals 611. Remember, I was just showing you that with the amount of days between 611, 77, and 611 this year. Look, so I was showing you 564 and 47, right? Look at this. 56,447 days is the 56447, right? Which I was just showing you. And look, the Antichrist equals 154.64 in its forward numbers. Look at the percentage of 564.47 days is 154.64%. See that? So it's exactly the Antichrist number, 154.64. And that's the 564.47 days thing. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I was showing you earlier with this connection, right? From Seattle slew winning on 611 to this year 611 is 564 months or 47 years, and if you total them up, it's 611, right? And that's why I was showing you 56447, and it equals this percentage, this amount of days. You see what I'm saying? Now, and just going with those numbers, with the 56447, let's say you switched it and put 47 first and 564 days. Look what it equals. 47,564 days. Not only does it equal 130 years, which Washington equals 130, but look at this. The percentage is 13,031 point something percent. So 1331. Why is that important? Because the 6th prime number is 13, the 11th prime number is 31. There's your 611 connecting to the 1331. You see what I'm saying? And remember earlier that I was showing you, I was telling you about from the day I revealed Elvis was the Antichrist in 2019 on September 3rd. From that day, September 3rd, 2019 to 6/11/2024 this year is 1,744 days. And that's the day I revealed Elvis was the Antichrist. And look, 6 plus 11 is 17, 20 plus 24 is 44, 1744. And 4417 is their kill number, 4417, even in the prime numbers, see? And this is the date, 6/11/2024, get it? And that's what I'm saying. From the day I revealed Elvis was the Antichrist, September 3rd, 2019, to 6/11 this year is 1,744 days. And like I said, folks, if you want to believe in crazy coincidences, I mean, go right ahead. I can't stop you. Yeah. Hold on, folks. There's one big, important thing at the end here. I'm almost done. So what I did was, if you put the full name of Elvis Aaron Presley, full name of Donald John Trump, full name of Barack Hussein Obama, because this is the unholy Trinity, the unholy Godhead, and their full names equals 564. That's Seattle's area code. I told you. And look at that. It's the jackpot, 777. But look, it's 564. Their full names. You think that's a coincidence that Seattle's new area code is 564? Or how about this crazy coincidence? So this whole thing's about Elvis in Seattle, right? And June 11th, 2024. Elvis, Seattle, June 11th, 2024 equals 564. Seattle's new area code. I'm just saying, look, there's even a couple other things I could show you, but that's, I'm just saying, why, you know? Now, so let me just show you the most craziest coincidences. So remember earlier, I was showing you, let me show you that one more time. If I can find it. Give me 1 second here, folks. So remember earlier I was showing you that Elvis died in 77 and Seattle slew on the Triple Crown on June 11th, 77. And the 77th prime is 389 because they died in 77. I mean, Elvis died in 77, right? And if you minus 389 from 1000, because you have the Triple Crown there, see, 000. So 389 minus the 1000 is 611. So the 611 is connected to the 77, which is connected to the prime, which is connected to this. Seattle slew winning 611-77, right? I showed you this earlier. So it's all connected to each other. Look how perfectly it connects. All right? Now, back to this, okay? So from the day Seattle slew won the Triple Crown to the day to this year, 6/11/2020, look at the amount of days. 17167. That's by the way, I just want to put that into the calculator before I show you what I'm going to show you. That way you understand how this works real quick. You'll see why I'm showing you this. Just give me a second, bugs. I told you folks, I'm just not feeling good, and that's why I'm not enthusiastic whatsoever. I might even have to redo this video and make a shorter, condensed version of it, a couple weeks from now. Man, I can't remember what I'm doing right now. All right, hold on. Okay, now, pay attention, okay? Now, with this equation that I'm writing down here for you, this one, where it says 17167, understand that when counting on the calculator, okay, pay attention, look, from 6/11/77 to 6/11 this year, understand that it says, see how it says not including? So that means if I were to add this day, it would be 168 days. Now, why am I not adding that day? Because first of all, the day's not even ending. So you could either go up to that day or you could, that's why you can add. That's why they have that, decision, whether you can, a choice to put that day or not put that day, because you could say up to that day is that much, or you can say including that day would be that much. So that's why I'm using this one. All right. You can use both. It doesn't make a difference. But the reason I'm using this one, okay, because this particular equation connects this equation 17167 connects to what I'm about to show you. So remember I told you that everything's connected to Elvis's death, the year 1977, right? Do you think it's just a coincidence that the 1977th prime is 17167? That's the amount of days in between Seattle slew winning the Triple Crown and Seattle and this year 6/11, 17167, right? 1977th prime is 16167. You see? 17167. And do you think it's a coincidence, folks, that the numbers 61177 is in here? 61177. Do you see what I'm saying? Even the numbers. That's why I'm showing you this, because it's got the numbers in it. You remember I was showing you how, if you saw the last couple of videos, not the very last one, but the two before that, I was showing you all the connections with the 61177. You remember? Just like this. Remember, I was telling you that George Bush, he's the 9/11 president, George Bush Jr., and from his birthday to this year, 6/11/24, is 77 years, 11 months, 6 days. There's your 6/11/77 again. Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown, 6/11/77. See what I mean? And he's the 9/11 president. And from his birthday to 6/11/2024 is 77 years, 11 months, 6 days. So that's why I'm trying to tell you this is a big deal, all right? And then finally, when you put it all together and look at the way it fits, look how exactly it works. So remember, Seattle Slew wins the Triple Crown the same year Elvis died. Look, the Seattle Slew won it on 6/11/1977 to 6/11 this year is 17,167 days, 47 years, or 564 months. And look how perfect this becomes. 564 plus 47 is 6/11. So you're using the 564 and the 47. Then the 17167, the days, is the 1977th prime. And he died. The Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown on 6/11/1977. Look at that. 6/11/1977. And you're using every single number. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then the 1977 is that one. You see how perfect that is? Are you getting it or are you not getting it? Is anyone not seeing this right here? How ridiculous that is? Did anyone not get that last part? The insanity of that? Yeah, it's beyond ridiculous, right? Anyway, it's like I said, folks, look, I'm going to tell you guys one last time that I believe without a shadow of a doubt that it's going to happen this year. But is there a chance that they're waiting for 2025? Only because I've explained to you guys 100 times that the 2024-2025 is the reset. All right. And it has to do with the 44-45 connection, which connects to Trump and to this whole puzzle. So there's only a slim chance that it's next year. But if it doesn't happen this year, then the next year would be the last possible year. After that, no numbers make any sense. This is the last piece of the puzzle, basically. So after that, there's no more. All right. So 2024, 2025, that's the whole ending right there. But like I said, if it doesn't happen this year, then 2025 would be the last final piece of the puzzle. But it has to happen in between. That is what I believe with all my heart and soul. And to the people, who want to take this seriously and who have eyes to see, you got to get out of Washington State. And the reason I'm saying this, and what is it that you're going to lose, folks? Is your life not worth more than a few $1,000s? What's it going to take for you to leave? You know what I mean? In my lifetime, I've lost, because I was an addicted gambler before Jesus saved me. I've lost millions of dollars over the years. 40 years I've been gambling. All right. So, and that's why I'm penniless now with no car, and I live in a small apartment with no bed. I sleep on a couch. You know what I'm saying? I have, you know, no money. The point I'm trying to make is that um, that if you have to spend some money to get out of Washington State, do it. And who cares? Like, let's say it didn't happen. It is going to happen. Even if it doesn't happen this year, it's going to happen next year, all right? So, because next year is the final year. But I believe without a shadow of a doubt that it's going to be this year. But what I'm saying to you is that what is it that you're losing? Absolutely nothing, all right? Because if you believe in God and you believe, uh, uh, if you have eyes to see and ears to hear, there's nothing that you should be angry about. You should thank God if it doesn't happen. But you should also thank God that God gave you eyes to see and ears to hear and are taking the warning. That's all I can tell you, man. Listen, folks, I have no agenda. I don't monetize my videos. I don't take donations. What would I be doing this for? And if I wanted recognition, folks, I would have been doing my fake news videos that got me thousands and thousands of more subscribers, thousands and thousands of more subscribers, thousands of more praise. That's not what I'm looking for. All right. I'm looking for you to, first of all, get saved. That's one. But I'm looking to help anyone who lives in that area in Washington State. And somebody's asking, which I'm already mentioned 1,000 times before, but I'll mention it again. Somebody says, well, what if it doesn't happen this year or next year? And which I just told you, next year would be the last year that I would even talk about this. But what does it mean? That means that every single thing in this world, every single number, every single equation is all coincidence. That's what that would mean. That means that every single number that you've ever come across in your life, every single number connected to you, connected to anybody else in this world is all coincidence. That's what it would mean. All right? So if it doesn't happen this year, all right, which I believe with all my heart and soul it's going to happen, but if it doesn't happen this year and it doesn't happen next year, which is the final year that it could possibly happen, then that means that everything in this world is a coincidence. That's all I'm telling you. Every single thing. And that means that everybody should stop watching any gematria channels. All right? It destroys all gematria. That means it's nothing. It means absolutely nothing. All right? Numerically, I'm saying nothing means nothing. All right? That's the end of the story. Okay? All right. Anyway. All right. Anyway, God bless all of you. And any last questions? I'll stay on another 5 minutes. I'm probably going to delete this video, not now, but in a couple of days when I redo it. I don't like the way this video is going because I don't feel upbeat, and I didn't emphasize enough how important this. And I'm going to take out some info that doesn't need to be there. I'm not sure what's going on in the chat, but if anyone's having any issues, because I didn't read the chat earlier, God bless you, and pray for everybody in the chat and pray for the people who need it the most if someone asks for prayers. All right. Like I said, don't wait till last second to get out. Leave before June 11th, but don't wait till that day. Even though I am saying that it's probably going to happen later in the afternoon on June 11th after 4 p.m. And I've explained why. Because I believe it has to connect to in the UK, it would be 6:12. That's why. See, it would be 6:11 here, but 6:12 over there after 4 p.m. So that's one of the reasons why I'm saying that it needs to be after 4 p.m. on 6/11. But don't hold me to that. That's not even that's not even as important. But I still believe 611. Doesn't matter what time. Anyway, folks, any last questions or something? Well, let me just tell you something. For the people who are saying about what the aftermath, yeah, you should prepare, but you can only prepare for so long. You know, you're only going to be good for a couple months, and then what's going to happen is that they'll eventually come after everybody. You know, they're going to make you eventually take the mark. I'm saying down the road, maybe it might take 2 years or something, but the point I'm trying to make is that you're only trying to survive till God takes us out of this place. We're not trying to live forever, you know. I'm just waiting for them to put the mark out, and as soon as they put the mark out and we refuse it, then I know Jesus is going to take us out of this, to get us out of this hellhole matrix that we're surrounded by. Yeah. Anyway, all right, folks. Last few minutes. So if anybody has anything to say it now. Oh, if you're new to the channel, make sure you go. This is what you do if you're new to the channel. Go to the video section of this channel where it says videos. Watch parts 1 through 7 of the 666 connections to Elvis. That's a must watch first. Parts 1 through 7. That way you can understand how important everything is. You got to watch all 7 parts. Okay, that way you can see the crescendo of incredible information, and you'll see how it all connects. But after you finish those 7 parts, watch them in order, the 666 connections to Elvis under the video section. Then after that, you go to the live stream section on this channel and watch the last 10 months of videos. Just work your way back, all right, and little by little, and just watch it all, and then you'll understand. Now, if you want my testimony of how I came to this knowledge, it's 8 months ago under the live stream section, 8 months ago, or 8 or 9 months, under the live stream section. The video is called Jurassic Testimony. Jurassic Testimony. In the beginning was the King Man's Son. It's 2 hours, 8 minutes long from 8, 9 months ago. That would be my testimony video. Yeah, I appreciate the kind words. God bless all of you. Yeah. And yeah, just folks, just remember, like I said, to anyone who's new or anybody who has doubts or anybody just wanting to be a troll, pay attention. What is my agenda? What am I getting out of this? Use your brains, man. I don't ask for donations. I don't monetize my videos. I lost thousands of subscribers when I started doing these videos, because I was getting more and more subscribers every day when I was doing my fake news videos. Okay, but that was not my calling. That was the beginning of my calling. This was my destiny to reveal this. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Oh man. Man. Oh man. My allergies, folks. Anyway, like I said, I have no agenda. Okay? I talk about every truth. I talk about every possible thing in the truth community, okay? There's nothing that I'm not talking about, you know what I mean? I don't agree on every single thing, but, we pretty much agree on everything, except sometimes I think you guys go overboard with certain things, like the Transformer stuff. You know what I'm talking about. I think that people have gone overboard on that. And I forgot there was another thing I can't remember now. But mainly, we all agree on the same things, you know. You know what? Yeah, I've actually shown that the conspiracy theory movie and the connections, but that video got taken down for copyright years ago. I don't remember doing it again because I've done so many videos. I told you when I've had 41 channels terminated by YouTube. 41. And this is my 42nd channel, and I started a 43rd and 44th. But this is my main channel right here. But uh well, I lost when I was doing the Elvis, you know, that channel had 2,000 videos with the Elvis Trump connections, you know, and it got taken down, and that had 12,000 subscribers, you know. So, um, what I'm saying is, I've done so many videos that I didn't redo, you know. I just can't. I just don't have the patience to go through all the movie videos again and all that stuff, you know. Yeah, but that's good that you mentioned that, the conspiracy theory movie. I was just mentioning that yesterday about the Mel Gibson, that who would I want to play me in a movie? That, yeah, Mel Gibson would be the one if I made a movie about my connections. Mel Gibson would be the most likely one, you know. Yeah, that's awesome. To the person who said they got saved, that is awesome. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's all he does is mock. Everything he does is a mockery. Yeah, someone's saying they just realized the 1977 connection the other day. Yeah, I'm not sure what you found, but yeah. Yeah, just keep watching my videos. You'll get the whole gist of it. Anyway, to everyone who participated in the chat, God bless you and appreciate you participating. Oh, by the way, folks, can you thumb up the videos? My goodness, I told you it helps the algorithms. You know, I don't care, but we need to help others who haven't seen the video. Thumb up the videos, man. I don't understand. It doesn't do anything to your channel to thumb up the videos. Why do you guys not thumb up the video? Nothing happens. You know. Yeah. Yeah. Just definitely thumb up the video, folks. All right. Any last words? Yeah, I appreciate that. Any last words? All right. For the people who got in late, you got to watch from the beginning. And by the way, I know I wasn't upbeat in this video. I told you I'm just really tired, folks. Yeah, is that what it equals? That's funny. Yeah, I'm just reading the chat. Um, you know what? I saw that you wrote that, but I don't know what that means. I forget. What does that mean? A, a push? What does that mean? With 4.5 million silver. I don't know what that means. I know. I think I saw you put something earlier, but I was deep in thought and I didn't read it carefully. All right. It's a course in history school. I have no idea. I don't. I told you in school I didn't pay any attention to anything in school. I barely, you know, got a, I had a D average, which is right above fail. I just barely graduated because I would show up to class every day. That's the only reason they didn't fail me. All right, last minute, folks. I'll leave the video up till tomorrow. And by the way, I have that other video up where by the way, if you're gonna watch that last live stream that had to do with an interview, oh, the silver dollar push was in 1977. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, and silver is the Elvis. Yeah, the connection to Elvis. Yeah, I've shown that before. That the connection with the Statue of Liberty and Elvis. Yeah. No, I wasn't disruptive. No, I was a pretty good kid. I was just a normal kid with learning disabilities. I just couldn't. Anything that sounded stupid, I wouldn't listen. And basically everything about history sounded stupid. That's why I didn't it wouldn't input. Anyway, all right, folks. Yeah, I'm looking at your Priscilla Elvis. Interesting. Yeah, valedictorian. That's funny. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm a Rhodes Scholar, a homeless scholar living on the streets. All right, listen, end your conversations. I see somebody's asking a question. Okay, and please end your conversations. All right, I need to end the video. I'll see you guys later tonight with another live stream. Okay. All right, folks. Last minute. End your conversations, please. I know you guys are behind in the chat like a few seconds too, so please hurry and end your conversations. All right. All right. Anyway. Yes, that's right. God bless all of you. Jesus is God. End the video.